Hi, welcome to my Winterween vlog. So today it's the first day of Winterween. It's Monday. It's actually like noon because it's the first time I've actually had time to sit down and like film it all or talk today. So yeah, I'm really excited about Winterween. And I just finished filming my TBR video for January, so I'm about to start editing that now. But yeah, I wanted to just hop on here and talk to you guys about what I've read so far. I did start a little bit of a book called The Night Cyclist, but I only got a couple pages in because I had to stop and hang with my daughter for a bit, which was cool and fun. We had a great time just playing around. So I decided to go ahead and switch to the audiobook for The Shuddering, because I did promise myself that I would start that audiobook like day one, because I always end up trying to read that book for readathons, but I start it way too late and then I don't get far enough to where I feel like I could finish it. So I did start it and I got quite far actually, since I was just hanging out and playing with my daughter. Let's see where it's at, sorry. Should have had this ready. But I am on chapter 7, it says. Oh my gosh, this is gonna focus. Chapter 7. So that's pretty good. It says I have about 4 hours left of the audiobook, which I listen at 2 times speed. So look at me. I'm actually going to finish this book for the readathon, which I'm really excited. So my thoughts so far. I'm already feeling like it's probably my least favorite on Y'all Born. And that's not a bad thing because I have loved all of the other books of hers that I've read. I do enjoy the brutal killing scenes in this book. They're very good, and the different perspectives of the different people, like outside of this friend group. But the friend group that we are following that are staying in this cabin, there's a lot of like interpersonal drama. It's too heavily focused on, and I don't know, there's other things that could be happening. They could be doing other things. And it's kind of cliquey the way that they are. And there's like one girl who she like is new to the group. She comes with her boyfriend. I feel like everyone's really shitty towards her, especially upon just meeting her. I don't know, I kind of feel bad for her character and like the way she's being treated by everybody in the group. So I don't know. I guess we'll see once I get further into it. But they all kind of seem like shitty people to me. And it seems like I'm finding more of a connection to these side characters that, like, not side characters, but these other perspectives that we're randomly getting of just random people that are being hunted down and killed by these creatures in the trees or whatever the hell they are. But I'm finding more of a connection, or just finding those parts more interesting than the rest of this book. Like when we're at the cabin, it's just kind of boring. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe when things start ramping up. I am on chapter 7, so we got a ways to go. I think I'm not even halfway yet, maybe almost halfway. I don't really have much planned for today. I would really like to go through my bookshelves, so I may do that a little later today. I want to read more of The Cyclist and get a feel for it and perhaps finish it. It's only 30 pages, so I'd really like to sit down and finish that. And then, yeah, I could probably go through my shelves and listen to some more of The Shuddering. And then, yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll have like 2 books down on day 1. So here's to hoping. Hello. So it's the next morning. I'm getting ready to go to work right now. So before I head out the door, I wanted to give you guys an update. I didn't listen to too much more of the Shuddering, maybe like another chapter or so. But I did finish the Night Cyclist last night before bed. And I did really enjoy it. I think it's totally worth the 99 cents that it is on Kindle. And I'm really excited to read more Stephen Graham Jones. So this like follows this middle-aged chef who takes this like nightly bicycle ride home, and on one of these nights he encounters some things, and you know, I don't want to give too much away. It's only 30 pages, so just any amount that I give away is going to be too much. It was really unique in the way that it heavily focuses on like cycling, so that was really cool. And yeah, I like the ending. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I just want to read more Stephen Graham Jones now. So it did what I wanted it to do, and I'm really excited to start some more things. So I did start The Haunting of Ashburn House a little bit this morning. I maybe read like a chapter or two, so I don't really have much to say about that yet, but I will give you guys an update tonight after work. Hopefully I can settle down and read a little bit, or even just listen to The Shuddering some more and let you guys know how I feel about that. Hello, happy day 3 of Winterween. It is like 3 o'clock though. I pretty much spent much of the day cleaning the house and doing things that I needed to get done because it is my day off. I'm also off tomorrow, so I just want kind of a chill day tomorrow. So if I do everything today, I won't have to worry about as much tomorrow. And I'd really like to finally go through my bookshelves tomorrow. I listened to The Shuddering by Anya Allborn, and I finally finished it, a book that I've tried 3 different times to finish. I finally finished, and I definitely think that I liked the second half of the book a lot more than the first half. A lot of that like interpersonal drama and stuff that was really annoying in the beginning starts to dissipate, and we really get to the action and these creatures and all about them. It's a really cool concept. So I really enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed the ending. I like the way that Anya Allborn ends her books. This is the 4th book of hers that I've read, and the 4th ending that I've liked. So I'm still thinking I don't like this one as much as her other books. I think it's probably my least favorite of her other books. I think I'm going to end up giving it 3 stars, and I would still recommend it. A 3-star rating's still a good rating for me. And yeah. I ended up giving the Night Cyclist 4 stars, so I have 1 4-star, 1 3-star for the readathon so far, which isn't too bad. And I'm about to finally dive into... I'm finally going to dive into some more of The Haunting of Ashburn House. Robin is finally down for a nap, so I'm going to see how far I can get into it before she wakes up. This is my house. It's chaos. Is he playing with you? Oh. Someone's upset. Robin, are you mad? Thank you. Oh, everybody's here. Hello everyone. It is day 4 of Winterween, and I didn't get too far into the Haunting of Ashbourne House. I got about 67 pages in, which puts me at chapter 10. But I am very much enjoying it. So in this story, we are following a young woman by the name of Adrienne who inherits this house from a distant relative that she knows nothing about. Didn't even know she had this distant relative, but she inherits this house, and it comes at the perfect time in her life because she has nowhere to stay. She's pretty down and out, and she jumps on the opportunity. She takes the house, and she has moved in. It's in this town, I believe it's called Ipsen or something like that. And it's a very small town, and she's just starting to like get to know some of the people in the town, and then getting to know a little bit more about this distant relative of hers. So, are you okay? Where's a little fussy today? We had kind of a short nap. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I think the house is quite creepy. She has this like cat with her, and like the cat is like seeing things, or the cat will start acting really weird. There's also like no mirrors in the house, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where it goes, and you know what Adrienne ends up learning about this relative of hers, and about this town, and about this house. So so far so good, and I'm gonna start reading it some more. But I did actually start another book. I started One by One by Ruth Ware. I actually started this on audiobook. It's not one of the books that I picked for my TBR for Winterween, but I did replace Night Shoot with it just because I really wanted another audiobook, because I had some things I wanted to do around the house, and I unhauled some books today. So while I was unhauling them, I went ahead and listened to some of the audiobook for that. This one's about like this group of people that all work together. They all work for this company called Snoop, which is like, it's like an app where you can listen to music at the same time that like your favorite celebrity is listening to music, if that makes sense. So like essentially you would log on, listen to what they're listening to. When they stop it, it stops. Like when they play it, it plays. Like it's just kind of like a weird way that you can feel closer to them or something. Anyway, so these people that all work for this company, and the founder of the company, they're all staying at this like ski lodge type thing in the French Alps, and I don't know, I'm guessing like some of them end up dead. So I'm excited to see where this one goes. I'm a little hesitant about it because Gabby, I think, rated it like really low. She didn't really enjoy it, but Kayla rated it high, like she really enjoyed it. So I'm curious to see where I'm going to land. So far it's pretty so-so. Like I'm not loving it, I'm not hating it, I'm just not feeling anything towards it. I'm gonna try to listen to that throughout the rest of the week so that I can get that prompt finished. I did start 6 stories. I started it last night, and I'm gonna start reading a little bit of it before bed each night, because it is my like read a book in the dark book that I chose for that challenge. It's about a podcast that is being told about a 15-year-old boy who goes missing outside of some sort of like wilderness center or something. Like they're all staying there just to get out into nature and stuff, and it's like 2 adult chaperones and then like 5 young teens, and they all go for like a few days to this like wilderness center, and like the surrounding area has this like marsh and mines and things like that. So it's like a very dangerous area just to be like exploring and walking around. So this 15-year-old boy, Tom Jeffries, ends up going missing in 1996, and then in 1997 his body is found. So the podcast is like all the interviews for the podcast are happening in 2017, and the podcast host is interviewing people that were there. So I'm enjoying it so far. I'm curious to see where it's gonna go. I heard it's pretty surprising in the end. So yeah, I'm really excited to finish that one. Hello, it is now day 6 of Winterween, and it's actually quite late. I am getting ready to like get ready for bed, but the last couple of days I've worked like 10 to 7, which are pretty much like all day shifts, leaves very little time for reading. So I did not update it all yesterday because I really didn't read anything yesterday until I went to bed. And when I went to bed, I was about 51% of the way into 6 stories. I decided to stay up until like 1 a.m. and finish the book. So that's what I did. And I was just really excited. I wanted to get to the ending. I wanted to know what was going to happen. I wasn't wowed by it. Like, I wasn't completely shocked by it. There were only like a few avenues that this could actually have taken, and I was kind of expecting what ended up happening. But the author does a really good job of kind of like swaying your expectations and making you think differently about each individual person. It's definitely an interesting character study, and each of these characters really do stand out. I think the podcast format too, like, definitely adds a little something to this book. It adds a little something to the ending and the way that the author was able to like explain the ending, but using that podcast format. It was very, very interesting the way this author did that. But I really, really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to end up giving it 4 stars. I don't think it was like a favorite of mine, but I really, really did enjoy this one. There is a story that one of the boys tells over and over again about this woman named Nana Rack that would come out of the woods, and she would drag you down into the mines or into the like the marsh and the mud and feed off of you or whatever and stuff. And that was like really cool. So I don't know, I really liked it. I thought it was a good time, and I would totally recommend it. With that being said, I got pretty far in 1 by 1 by Ruth Ware. I think I'm going to be able to finish it tomorrow, at least in the morning while I'm getting ready for work. So I might actually have that one completed by tomorrow, which would be really cool, because then all I have to do is finish The Haunting of Ashburn House to have all of the challenges completed. But yeah, I guess I'll try to update you guys in the morning before I go to work. If not, I will update you guys when I get off and let you know my thoughts on 1 by 1. Hello everyone. So it is the last day of Winterween. And I'm updating a little bit later than I wanted to, but I decided to stay late at work tonight. But during my lunch break, I did finish 1 by 1, and I want to tell you guys about it. So, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I had hoped. With this book, I felt a lot like I did with The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I just felt like all of the characters kind of blended together as one. No one really stood out to me. This story has like 12 different characters, and I just feel like Ruth Ware could have used that opportunity to like create a lot of suspicion and dive deeper into each of these characters to make them stand out. But I didn't get that from this. I felt like I immediately knew who the killer was going to be as soon as we met this character. And I do think that a lot of the time was spent talking about like technical things pertaining to like the company that they all work for and this music app and stuff, like just stuff that I don't think really mattered all that much. Like I feel like we needed just to get to know these characters a little more, to understand their motives, and it just didn't entertain me all that much. Like I kind of just flew through it for the heck of it, just because I knew I could listen to it while I was getting things done, but I did find myself tuning out pretty often, and I just wasn't a huge fan. So by the end, I feel like I will end up giving it probably 2 stars. It's definitely my least favorite book of the readathon. I'm a little sad, but I do have high hopes for other Ruth Ware books. Like I said before, there are a lot of her books that I did enjoy. So I'm also like super interested in The Death of Mrs. Westaway. I feel like that one gets like pretty good reviews. So it's not like I'm gonna stop reading her books. It's just this one was one of the ones that didn't work for me. I have 30 pages left of The Haunting of Ashburn House. So I'm going to read it tonight and then hopefully update you guys in the morning. And with that, I should have all the challenges completed, which is really cool. I wish that I had read Night Shoot for this, especially since I ended up reading one by one and not really enjoying it. But, you know, it was just audiobooks were just my jam this week. I don't know, like I'm just really feeling audiobooks lately, so I think I'm gonna listen to more audiobooks throughout the month and hopefully get a lot read this month. Like I'm feeling like pretty confident with January. I'm probably already 6 or 7 books down, yeah, for the month, so that's pretty cool. That's really good for me. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready for bed, read this, finish this, and have an update for you guys in the morning. Winterween is officially over, and I finished my last book. I completed all of the challenges, which is not like me. I never complete a readathon, so I'm super, super stoked that I actually finished this readathon. And I finished Ashburn House last night, so I did truly enjoy this. Like there are some genuinely creepy scenes in this book, and it is pretty short. Like it's 336 pages. I do feel like all of the information, everything is revealed all at once at the end, and you're just supposed to believe it. Like there's just not really enough evidence beforehand, or just enough clues beforehand to make that believable. I wish we would have gained a little more information about people in the town, and just like, or from people in the town, that would kind of lead to the reveal in the end or something. Like, I don't know. I just wanted a little bit more from it, but I do think that it's very enjoyable, and there's like a, you know, there's quite a bit going on. It gets a little draggy in spots. I will probably still give it like a 3.5 stars, something like that. And I would still recommend it, especially to someone who wants to read like a haunted house book. This one's like fairly quick, entertaining. I don't think it's perfect by any means, but it was still a fun time. So definitely not, you know, hating on this one. I did enjoy it, and I'm going to read more Darcy Coates. So yeah, that's about it. I guess I completed my very first readathon. Like, I think this is the very first one I've ever actually completed all the way through. So I'm so grateful to Gabby and Olivia for putting this together, because it was just so much fun. And I know other people enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. and I just can't wait for summer ween. So thank you guys for watching. I know this vlog started out pretty strong and then it got kind of a mess towards the end, but this is life. So thanks for sticking around anyway, and I will see you next time. Bye.